Howdy friends, welcome back to Plumbing with Tim. Today's video, yep, you got it. We're gonna be working on another old tub shower valve. Let's go inside. So I've got the water off to the house, and as you can see when I walk in the door, it's an apartment that's not occupied. The painter's been in here and all that stuff. Well, let's take a look at what we're getting into. All right. Two handles. It's old school. I don't see any kind of writing, but I do see that spout right here. And this looks like it's an old American Standard again, but this time it's a two-handled. We're going to have to get these handles off. It's going to be kind of difficult. That's a flathead screw in there, and they're rusted in there pretty good, so wish me luck. All right. Two handles. It's old school. I don't see any kind of writing, but I do see that spout right here. And this looks like it's an old American Standard again, but this time it's a two-handled. We're going to have to get these handles off. It's going to be kind of difficult. That's a flathead screw in there, and they're rusted in there pretty good, so wish me luck. Got the first one going. Worried about that one. That one looks like it's stripped out. Get this handle off. Discussion and everything. We're going to have to take that stem out. It's inside of there. Sorry about the noise. There's a ceiling fan, an exhaust fan in this bathroom, and a light, and they all work off one thing, so I can't turn that off. Got that one off. Let's see if I can get the handle off. All right, we're gonna have to get a wrench on there or something. I'm gonna spray some lube on that, see if I can't get that loosened up. Oh, crap. Oh, we're gonna have to find something. That's broken. Good thing is nobody lives here, so give me time to find some parts. Get discussion off of here. It's kind of slippery. We gotta get that stem out of there. Oh my goodness. Up inside of there is the stem. I'm gonna try to get that thing out of there. These are stem wrenches. I'm trying to find one that's gonna fit up inside of there. This looks like it might be close to the side. Bingo, there we go. All right, flathead screwdriver. Very hard to do this one-handed, like all my videos. Ooh, she's in there good. Oh, there she comes. Yeah, she comes. There we go. See what kind of shape we're in here. Might have to run back to the shop and see if I've got any spare stems for these. Look up inside of her, see how she looks. Yeah, old gnarly. Gnarly Charlie. That, my friend, is the reason why this thing leaks. Look, there's no gasket at the end of that. It's wore away, so it doesn't shut itself off the way it needs to. That needs to come off. I'll probably still have to run out and try to find a stem or get that piece of the old handle off there and maybe get a universal handle kit put on here. There ain't much left there. A little bit of a gasket left. Look at that. That's all that's left, is that little tiny piece. It's got to be at least that big. Just like that, through the magic of time, I ran out back to the shop, started digging through a couple old boxes, and look what I found. There's the old stem. Found not just one, but two American Standards, not to mention two handles that will fit the stem. I think these went to an old Gerber or whatever. Now we just got to put this stuff back together. Woohoo! First thing I want to do with these stems that I found at the shop, so we're going to go ahead and take the screws back off here and put new rubbers on here. See if I can get it. There we go. See that? There it is. That needs to come off as well as that rubber. We're going to put a brand new one on there on both of them. There we go. We're going to have to match this thing up right here. Looks like maybe the smallest size. Let's pull one of them out and try to match it. All right, I think we might have a winner here. Just take and see if that'll fit inside that stem. Hold on. Ooh, just like a glove. Put a screw back on there just to hold it into place. Don't cross no threads there. Let's get that screw back on that stem. There you go. That's what we want to see. Got one more to do, and then we're going to install these back on the old valve. Bang. Number 2. Let's go back over where the shower valve is. Come on, baby. You look good when I got them out, so I'm hoping it's a match. She's starting to thread. That's good. Nice and tight. There we go. Now, I'm going to have to break this handle off here. No worries, because we're going to be changing it with a new handle as well as a new stem. So I got to get this off of here. I don't like having to do this, but you know what? It's the only way in this case. Come on. Bear with me, folks. There we go. Snap. Oh my goodness. Look at all that caulking. That stuff all got to come out of here. Somebody didn't want the leak. Hold on. You with me? All right, we got it out. And there is the second stem. She's got to come out. Oh, I got it to turn. All right. Back that thing out the rest of my hand. Let's get that sucker out there. There she is. Look again. Hardly any rubber left on the end of that thing. That whole thing's going trash. Let's put that new one in that I found at the shop. Come on, baby. There we go. We got her started. The wrench back on there. And let's finish tightening this one. Nice and easy. There we go. All right. There are escutcheons back on. Handles. I got to change that shower head out too. There's that. Slide that back on there. There we go. All right, and the other one, kind of like that. Screw it in there. Let me go grab the handles. All right, let's get this water back on. There we go. Almost there. Just bear with me. And clean all the stuff out of the tub. And then we'll give it all a shot. There we go. Now we have everything put together. We're going to test everything out. The big reason why it was called to come out here is because every time you turn one of these handles, water was squirting out back in here and into the wall and back out of there, and this wouldn't stop dripping. So let's go ahead and give this a shot and see what we got. No drip. Turn it off. Let's try the hot side. No drips. Let's try the shower. All right. That's going to do it for this one. Thanks so much for hanging out and watching the replacement of parts to an old 1960s two-handled tub and shower valve made by American Standard. A lot different than the last video I showed you, the single handle. Totally different setup and all that other business. You got to take your time and stuff with this before you jump into things too far. Remember, I live in small town America these days in western Kentucky. And if you break something, the chances of finding a replacement for an old valve like that, they ain't very good. I got kind of lucky. So make sure that you have your ducks in order. You can't figure out what kind of stem is in there unless you can get the stem out. In this case, we had to break the handles and trust that we could actually find the parts for those. Last but not least, when you do any kind of stem work on old valves like this, see this little nut that's here? This one, the top nut right there. Make sure to take time to snug that one down, or else you will have water pouring out from where your handle is. Got any comments, questions, leave them down below. Until next time, don't forget to keep plumbing.